Hello sisters, today is a very detailed practice video. It will be quite long so you can save it first and take it out to practice when you have time. As for the part involving makeup and contouring, I will still use a brush to demonstrate it to you first. What about the base makeup? First, use skincare water to hydrate the surface of the skin. When the skin feels soft and moist, we can start the next step. Next, we will apply the pre-makeup cream. Don't apply a lot of things on your face like we do in the evening. Before applying makeup, we should be concise. In winter, if you have very dry skin like me, we should focus on maintaining the areas that are prone to peeling powder according to our own situation. Before applying foundation, as usual, I still need to press the dark circles and redness on my face. Adjust these uneven skin tones. Many sisters often ask me how to cover dark circles and redness. Here is a color palette comparison chart for everyone. You can take a look at each color. It has a corresponding hedge color, so you can find the corresponding concealer color you need according to the color of your blemishes. So, our color adjustment before foundation is a specific analysis of the specific situation. Look at my dark circles. They are very obvious. You can see that they are purple. So, according to the color palette, you need to use orange-red concealer. On the contrary, if your dark circles are orange-red, you need to use purple-red concealer. In fact, the concealer before foundation is basically used for color adjustment. A thin layer of this color can neutralize the purple color. As long as you choose the right color, you can correct it in a few strokes without repeatedly overlapping and covering. Red corresponds to green, so it looks red. Here, we can use this concealer with a greener color to correct it. For larger areas, we can choose to use a powder puff, which is faster and more even. Look at this side of the face. Isn't it much cleaner than this side? After we adjust the color before foundation, it will reduce the pressure on the foundation to cover the concealer, so we don't need to apply a thick foundation, and the whole base makeup will look lighter. The main purpose of the foundation is to unify the overall color of the face. Look, I got a new makeup sponge made of denim fabric. I've recently become a bit addicted to buying makeup sponges. You know that feeling when the new year is approaching? A lot of new year themed products are coming out, and they're all so pretty and cute. What's the word for that? Anyway, girls just can't help but have that urge to buy those little things. After applying the foundation, I'm going to put on a layer of lip balm. So what's the normal order? After applying foundation, we use highlighter for detailed adjustments. For imperfections like tear troughs and nasolabial folds on the face, my personal habit is that if I'm using liquid blush and contour today, I would contour and apply blush first, and then highlight afterwards. The first stroke of blush should be applied to the protruding cheekbone, then blended diagonally upwards, and finally used remaining powder. Bring it slightly toward the front of the cheekbone, but don't go beyond this point. If you look straight ahead, the vertical line from the center of your pupil down should not exceed this area. It should stop here at most. For the placement of the blush, whether it's cream or powder, it should be in these two areas. Choose a low saturation color that helps to contour, so you won't have to worry too much about color selection. You can check out my previous blush tutorial for this kind of color, as it can help to contour the cheekbones. Based on the position just now, we will first press the stroke on the protruding part of the cheekbone, and then blend it diagonally upwards. Then use the remaining powder on the powder puff to lightly apply it to the front of the cheekbones. A few days ago, I saw some sisters in the comments saying that they tried my contouring method and it really worked, but they just didn't have enough time. In that case, you can try focusing on the highlighting. It can smooth out any hollows while also making the face look more three-dimensional. Regarding the placement of the highlighter, just remember these few points. First, draw a vertical line from the inner corner of the eye down the bridge of the nose to the tip of the nose. On this side, start from the inner corner of the eye and draw to the prominent part of the cheekbone, which is the same point we used for the blush. Then connect these two lines together to form a triangle. Next, starting from the wing of the nose, draw around the base of the nose to the midpoint. On this side, draw from the starting point along the nasolabial fold to the midpoint of the fold. Then connect these two lines to form a triangle. Use liquid matte highlighter to brighten the positions of these two triangles on the forehead, specifically at the center of the brows, and also draw a triangle to highlight the bridge of the nose. Draw a vertical line to highlight the tip of the nose. Then make circular motions to highlight. You can take a screenshot of these highlighting positions to save. If the highlighter you have is in cream form, remember to use your fingers to blend it in circular motions first. We can use a flat brush like this to pick up the highlighter cream and apply it to the positions we just demonstrated. Let's do a practical review together. Then, go around the base of the nose from the nostrils and draw along the smile lines, connecting from the midpoint of the smile lines to here. For this triangle shape, in these more detailed areas, we can use a smaller puff to blend it out, like this. You can see that the highlight here is already quite noticeable, but the tear trough and smile lines are still quite prominent, so let's switch to a smaller detail brush. Next, we'll dip into this highlighter cream to work on the details of the tear trough and smile lines. Let's look at the nasolabial folds from the side and see the position of the shadow. Just apply it there. Press it vertically on the area we just highlighted. Look at both sides of the face. Is this side three-dimensional and flat? It feels like the dimensions of the face are smaller than this side. You can see that after the nose is brightened like this, you don't need to use shadows, and the shadows are naturally restored. Choose an eyebrow pencil that is close to the color of our eyebrows, and fill in the gaps along the original trend of the eyebrows. When we get to the arch of the brow, the hair can be slightly higher, just a bit raised. Yash. Start drawing the tail of the brow just below the arch, and then we'll add a few strokes along this line to create the appearance of hair. After that, we can use a clear brow gel to brush through the eyebrows, which will make them look more natural overall. This time, the eye makeup is also very simple. You could say anyone can do it. First, we'll use a base color to lay down on the upper and lower eyelids, covering the area that you can touch with your hand. For the recessed area of the eye socket, you should apply the same base color to the eyelid as well. For the eyelid that is concave and has a protruding cheekbone, apply the base color from the back to the front, and the color will become lighter as it goes to the front. Bring a little of the leftover powder towards the outer corner of the eye. This time, when we deepen the color, just lightly apply it within the crease of the double eyelid. But don't just focus solely on the crease. You should also use the leftover powder to blend it out softly. Otherwise, the layers will look too stark and create a harsh line. When deepening the lower eyeshadow, blend from the back to the front, mainly focusing on the outer corner of the eye. You don't need to apply it all the way to the front. Just go about this far. And make sure the range is narrower than the base color we just applied. For the eyeshadow color, we can choose a low saturation apricot shade. Start by dipping into the base color to lay it down on the eyelid. Let me show you my new brush. Look, there's a little snake design on the top. At first I was a bit scared of things with snake elements, but now that I've gotten used to it, I think it looks really nice. Next, we'll dip into this deeper color to enhance the crease of the double eyelid and apply it to the lower eyeshadow area. We can use this color to blend in a bit of the darker shade for added depth. For the under eye bags, this time we can make them more pronounced to enhance the atmosphere and reduce the blank spaces on the face. Using a finer brush, first, draw the shape of the under eye bags you want, creating a line like this. Then we'll use a blending brush. Give it a natural blend, up, down, left and right. Look, it turns from a line into a shadow. Finally, use a brightening color to brighten the area under the eye bag. When drawing eyeliner, we can brush the eyelashes first and then draw the eyeliner, then that. At this time, there will be a natural shadow at the end of the eyelashes, so we can use a blade brush to follow this small shadow. Fill the shadow and draw a small tail. This is a natural eyeliner. Then change a detail brush and dip it in the dark color to draw the shape of the eye bags. Then change a blending brush to blend the shadow part naturally. Then use the eye bags pen to brighten the eye bags. When adding eyelashes, be sure to curl all the eyelashes from the root. After curling the eyelashes, start by applying a base coat to the lashes, then apply mascara. Use setting spray to dampen the flat brush, and once it's damp, dip it into a dark eyeshadow. Apply this dark eyeshadow at the outer corner of the eyes, following the shadow of the lashes to create a natural eyeliner look. You can fill in the roots of the lashes with the dark eyeshadow. Finally, we'll use this powder contour to lightly go over the nose contour and side profile. Since we've already highlighted the sides of the nose, you can see a natural shadow around the nose area, so I won't draw the nose contour here. We'll just use this nose brush to pick up the shadow color and lightly outline it according to the existing shadow. For the side profile, we don't need to draw it too deliberately. Just deepen the lines along the natural contour. Finally, use this pearlescent highlighter to embellish the corners of your eyes and the bridge of your nose. The lip makeup should also be in the same color as the blush and eyeshadow. When applying to the upper lip, remember to soften the peak of the lips. If you find it a bit plain, in winter, you can layer a bit of highlighter or a bright lip gloss on the center of the lips, and that's how you create a versatile and sophisticated makeup look. Ladies, go ahead and save this and practice.